Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Putri Angelina Atmojo and I am a student from BSI University. First of all, I want to explain about what smoking is, the bad effect of smoking, and my opinion about smoking on campus. Do you know what smoking is? Here, let me tell you. Smoking is the habit of burning tobacco and inhaling the smoke, either using a cigarette or a pipe. As we know, in our environment today, there are so many smokers who smoke casually in public places. So, what are the impacts of smoking in public places and the bad effects on the body? Let's discuss it. According to the Indonesian Ministry of Health website, smoking has a negative impact on the health of yourself and others around you. Please note that cigarettes contain more than 4,000 chemicals that are harmful to the body. One of the bad effects of a disease that is likely to arise from a smoker is cancer. Apart from cancer, smoking can have bad effects on the body. For example, the first is chronic lung disease, the second is damages teeth and bad breath, the third is trigger strokes and heart attacks, the fourth is increases the risk of bone fractures. Smoking in public places is not something that should be normal in society. For example, in a campus environment where there are many people ranging from students, lecturers, staff, and so on, who don't necessarily tolerate cigarette smoke. Smoking is inappropriate and impolite, where the campus, which is a sacred place for gaining knowledge for many students, actually abuses its provisions by smokers who pay little attention to their surroundings, until they end up doing arbitrary things such as smoking carelessly. Smoking carelessly on campus is not something a student should be proud of. If campus has provided a special place for smoking, then that's a good precaution to take. For stubborn smokers, they should receive sanctions, both light and heavy. Another solution to smoking on campus is to implement a smoke-free campus policy and continue to respect that policy. The policy will help to reduce the number of smokers on campus and will help the non-smokers from the effects of secondhand smoke.
Sekarang saya akan menjelaskan tentang the usage of modal in request word. The meaning of modal. Modals in English are auxiliary verbs which are used to express something. Modal dalam bahasa Inggris adalah kata kerja bantu yang digunakan untuk menyatakan sesuatu. Modals are also referred to as modal auxiliary verbs or modal verbs. Modal juga bisa dikatakan sebagai modal auxiliary verb atau modal verbs. Modals are used to express need, possibility, ability, request, order. Modal juga bisa digunakan untuk menyatakan kemauan, kemungkinan, kemampuan, permintaan, dan sebagainya. Modals juga diikuti dengan kata pekerja pertama atau verb one. The meaning of request word. Request is a verb in English which means to request, plead, submit, supplicate, or request. Request adalah kata kerja Inggris yang digunakan untuk menyatakan permintaan, permohonan, dan sebagainya. Request words are sentences used to ask someone for something. Kalimat permintaan adalah kalimat yang digunakan untuk menanyakan seseorang tentang sesuatu. The difference between a request words and a common sentence is that a request sentence doesn't use an exclamation mark and is a request, not a comment. Perbedaan di antara kalimat permintaan dan kalimat perintah adalah pada tanda perintah atau tanda seru, di mana tanda seru hanya digunakan pada kalimat perintah, tidak digunakan pada kalimat permintaan. There are 5 basic models of request that we use: can, will, could, would, and may. Di sini ada kata kerja dasar, yaitu 5 kata kerja dasar pada model of request yang bisa digunakan, yaitu can, will, could, would, and may. We use the modal verbs will and can in less formal situations, whereas we use would and could in more formal situations. Kita bisa menggunakan kata kerja bantu will dan can pada situasi yang tidak terlalu formal, sedangkan kita bisa menggunakan kata kerja bantu would and could dalam situasi yang lebih formal. The formula used in request word: affirmative question, modal plus subject plus verb; negative question, modal plus subject plus not plus verb. We form affirmative questions by placing the modal first, then the subject of the question, and finally the verb in its base form. Kita bisa merumuskan kalimat persetujuan dengan meletakkan kata kerja bantu atau modal di awal, setelah itu subjek dari pertanyaan, dan terakhir meletakkan verb one di terakhirnya. When using models of request, we like to ask someone not to do something. We can place not before the verb. Dalam menggunakan kata kerja bantu untuk kalimat permintaan, kita juga bisa meminta orang lain untuk tidak melakukan sesuatu dengan meletakkan kata not sebelum verbnya atau verb one. Selanjutnya di sini ada example dari affirmative question dan request word. Would you like something to eat? Maukah kamu makan sesuatu? Di sini meminta persetujuan atau meminta seorang untuk makan sesuatu. Could you take a look at my assignment? Bisakah kamu melihat tugasku? Di sini meminta seseorang untuk melihat tugas dari seseorang yang meminta tersebut. Will you give me my money back? Bisakah kamu memberikan uangku kembali? Di sini meminta seseorang untuk memberikan uangnya. Selanjutnya, can you buy me milk? Bisakah kamu membelikan aku susu? Meminta untuk dibelikan susu. Terakhir ada example dari affirmative question, di mana ini merupakan negative question juga, karena ada kalimat atau kata not sebelum verbnya. Would you not speak so loudly? Bisakah kamu tidak bicara terlalu keras? Could you not smoke here? Bisakah kamu tidak merokok di sini? Will you not spend your money? Bisakah kamu tidak menghabiskan uangmu? Can you not make so much noise? Bisakah kamu tidak terlalu berisik? Dilihat di sini, ini semua adalah kalimat permintaan namun negatif, karena meminta orang tersebut untuk tidak berbicara terlalu keras, tidak merokok, tidak menghabiskan uang, dan tidak terlalu berisik.